welcome to All About Health Podcast, episode 14. My name is George Overbeck, your host of the All About Health Podcast, and today's episode is actually going to be a Q&A, because if you saw my last episode, I said that every 10 episodes I want to start doing a Q&A because I love watching Q&As and listening to Q&As, whether it's on podcast or YouTube, and so I decided that every 10 episodes I'll be doing a Q&A, and so the first time that I did a Q&A on this podcast was episode 4, and now we're on episode 14. So that means it's time to do a Q&A. Very exciting. So I've been putting up question boxes all throughout the week and getting questions from you guys on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, it's blondiesbaking_, and it's linked down below if you want to check out my Instagram. And stay tuned because episode 24 will be another Q&A episode. So I'll be putting up question boxes all throughout that time, but that's still a few months away. Anyway, so for today's episode, we're going to start off with our segments. So the first segment is what's my favorite show or movie or what I've been watching this week. And it's actually something we just started last night, and it is Glee. I know we're late to the party if you've been watching Glee, and I know that it's been around since 2009, but I've actually never watched it before, and so we decided to start it last night, and we're so far 3 episodes in, and it's been really great. It's very entertaining. I never know what's going to come around. I like all the music, and so far it's been good. So that definitely is my favorite thing that I've been watching this week is Glee. I think it's on Disney Plus if you want to watch it. There are 6 seasons, so we've got a lot to catch up on, but we're finally doing it. We're finally watching Glee. And then the second segment of the week is my favorite recipe or meal or food, and I don't have a specific meal or recipe that's been my favorite. I would say it is just having creative salads, like something that's not just throwing whatever you have in the fridge in a bowl, like actually having a theme for the salad. And the reason I say this is because I'm actually filming a week of healthy creative salad ideas and recipes for my next YouTube video, and so that has been fun the last couple of days filming whenever I'm making those fun salads, and then I get to eat them. So that's just been really enjoyable, is having fun creative salads that have a theme. And so stay tuned. That'll be my next YouTube video going up on Friday. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see that. So let's get into the Q&A now. Again, I put up these questions on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, again, it's blondiesbaking_. And let's get into it. I have 12 different questions, a variety of topics. I said you could ask me anything, so we have no restrictions here. Okay, so the first question is, what is your favorite type of music? I love lots of different types of music. I like listening to country music. I love ABBA, so anything from Mamma Mia is my favorite. I love Barbie music. It's any of the Barbie songs from the movies over the past years. I love those songs. I could probably sing every single word. I like a lot of soundtracks, so The Greatest Showman, A Star Is Born, those are some of my favorites. And then just the way that I find new music usually is whatever is on TikTok. So I usually like what's going big on TikTok. So at the moment, I really like Made You Look by Meghan Trainor. Definitely not my favorite song of all time, but those are the types of music that I like. The next question is, how is Hawaii life going? Or how is Hawaii life again? And we were talking about it this morning. The first morning that we got here, we went out for a little drive and to get some fruit and stuff from a market. And my first feeling was that it was weird to be back here, to be back in Hawaii. We've not been to the Big Island before, but it was weird to be in Hawaii again because it's crazy to think that 6 months had already passed and we're no longer in BC, we're not in Vancouver right now and my job's over. And it was just wow, that chapter is ended. There's no going back to that now. And it wasn't sad or anything. It was just wow, I can't believe how fast time has passed. And so now it's really fun, kind of we're back into a little bit of a routine now. There's still so much of the island to explore. We haven't really done a ton of exploring yet, but it's really cool when we get to go to new places and kind of explore different areas and stuff like that. But at the same time, I do love being able to kind of work for myself again, because when we were in Vancouver, obviously I had my job at JJ Bean, and so I was spending a lot of time there. It was a part-time job, but it still was taking up a lot of my time, and now it's nice to be able to put more effort back into my own content and my own work and stuff like that, and I'm seeing it pay off, which is really nice. But overall, it's been amazing. I'm so happy that we're here again. I'm just soaking up every single moment. And the only thing that could make it better was if my dad was here. And he is going to be here for Christmas. I think like 13 days he's going to be here, which is really exciting. And but yeah, other than that, I'm loving where we are right now. And it's really cool to be back again. And I'm so grateful that we have the opportunity to be back here again. Number 3, are you still on a cut? So you might remember when I was in Vancouver, I put up a story of saying that I was starting a cut, and yes, I am. It's going a little bit slower than I thought, just because of like the transition from going to Vancouver to here. Like it didn't, like obviously I still had control of all that, but my workouts couldn't have been as consistent, and I was still like working at my job when I posted that, so my workouts couldn't have been as much as I had wanted them to be. Now being here, I'm definitely still on my cut. I'm taking a little bit of slower like path to it. Like I'm not like I have to lose 10 pounds in a month, you know? Like it's just like I'm taking it slow, enjoying the process, and the reason for that is because I'm just doing it for me. Like I'm not doing this for a photo shoot or for like an expo or for anything like that. Or for a vacation. I'm just doing it for me, and so I'm taking it slow. I'm still definitely on a cut, and I'm just being mindful of what I'm eating. I've started increasing my exercise as well, which I'm so grateful to be back at that now again. My like 1 to 2 hour workouts a day. I love doing those, and I love how I feel when I do that much exercise in a day. And it doesn't have to be like HIIT and running. It could be like just swimming, it could be walking. I just love moving my body as much as I can again, because when I was working at JJ Bean, again, that took up a lot of my time, and I didn't get to exercise as much as I had wanted to. But yes, I'm still on the cut, and I'll keep you updated as I continue seeing more progress. Number 4 is fave Canadian music artist. I would say Michael Bublé around this time of year is really good. Shania Twain is iconic. I don't know. I actually had the chance to, this is a weird story. I don't know why I'm going on about this. But there's this band called Chris Buck Band, and I made some choreography to one of their songs for our Ultimate Fit dance years ago, and my mom actually got to meet them, and they signed like a little piece of paper for me because they were at like a bar, and so I wasn't old enough to go at that point. So I don't know if they're one of my favorites, but that's a fun fact about me, is that I've met them. Okay, question number 5. If you were on a deserted island and could only eat 3 foods for the rest of your life, which 3 would you choose? This is hard. I think number 1, okay, I'm gonna go tofu, number 1, because I love tofu, and I'll just eat it raw. Like, I don't even have to cook it. It's great. And it can be, like, you can eat it raw, you can cook it, it's delicious, it's got protein, carbs, fats, it's just amazing. So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm trying to think of a fruit that I would want on my deserted island. I do love papaya. I think papaya is so good, especially if you're on an island. I feel like it would be really good papaya. So I'm going to go with papaya, number 2. And then number 3, I think I'm going to go with Quattro Vegan. And I know you're like, that's weird, protein powder. But for real, I love Quattro Vegan, and it's got your amino acids, and it has protein, and it'll just help me stay full because it is protein, and it tastes good, and I'll have lots of water there, so it'll be easy to make a shake. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with: tofu, papaya, and protein powder. I know, I'm so fun. Okay, number 6. What's your go-to snack? So I would say my Go-to snack right now, I'm really enjoying those protein power balls. I was actually sent these a few weeks ago. It's a company I've been working with, Protein Powerball, and they make like little vegan protein energy balls. So those have been really delicious recently. I also love to make my own protein balls. They're very easy, very simple. I actually recently made a post on how to do that, so I'm going to link down below the recipe if you want to check it out. Also, just like a simple protein shake, like some protein powder and water is easy. It's delicious, especially if you use Quattro Vegan. And then like just a basic fruit, like I'll have a banana or an apple or some papaya or something like that. Those are all easy, simple snacks that I'll usually have. Okay, how old are you? I am 19 and I'm turning 20 in July, so I'm almost 19 and a half. I can't believe I'll be turning I can't believe I'll be turning 20. That's crazy. Will you open your own gym one day? I don't think so. I like at least at this moment right now, that's not something that I would want. I always say when somebody asks me questions like this that are about my future, I like to say that maybe in my future, like when I'm 30 or when I'm 40, that'll change and I'll want to open a gym. But at this moment in my life, I don't have any desire to do that, and I don't know if I will ever want to do that. I think that it's just, I've grown up in that environment, and it's kind of like I've done that now, and I love being able to just go into a gym and do my own thing, and like not have to worry about cleaning it after, or taking care of the space, or asking people if like they're, like obviously I'll ask people if they're okay, if I think they're not okay. But, you know, just like checking up on people and like having so much of that responsibility, like it's nice to kind of have that freedom now of going to the gym, and then whenever you want, you can just go and then you can come back. And it's like, I just really enjoy that. But I don't know, maybe one day I'll want to open my own gym. What are your goals as an adult? This is a hard one because I don't know, like, am I considered an adult right now? Because then the question is kind of like, what are my goals right now? We were actually talking about this yesterday, that of the different places we want to visit in our lifetime, and I'd love to explore more of Canada. Sophie and I, my younger sister, we were saying that maybe we would do like a tour of Canada and go from one end to the other and just explore all the different places. I'd love to go to Australia. I'd love to go to Africa. I'd love to go to Europe. Like there's so many places I want to travel, so that's definitely one of them. I want to continue growing my social media and actually make it, like, I know I've said this before, I want to make it an actual career that can support my family. At this point, it is definitely, it's more of a hobby than it is a career, but I know that the more I work on it now, eventually it will pay off, and so that's definitely something I would love to do. Working with bigger brands, and not even bigger ones, but like just brands that align with what I believe in. I'd also love to do something for the environment one day. I don't know what that is going to be, but I want to do something that will help the environment, impact the environment in a positive way. And I don't know what that is at this moment, but I'm going to figure it out one day. I'd also love to have my own home one day, or just like my own space, because I love the idea of like decorating a whole house and like getting all the stuff and just showing your vision, and I'd love to do that one day as well. So I don't know if that answers the question, but that's my answer. Okay, number 10. Did your doctor ask if you took any supplements before your laser eye surgery? So no, when I got my laser eye surgery back in September, the doctor didn't ask if I took any supplements before, but they did ask me to start 3 supplements. So I started taking a vitamin B12, vitamin D, and an omega supplement. Because I am vegan, I took like an omega supplement from like algae or something like that, but usually omega supplements are from fish. But those are the 3 that they asked me to start, and I kind of stopped taking those just since we got here, actually, because I figured I get enough vitamin D now being in the sun. Okay, do you like The Rock? Yes, we do like The Rock. I love The Rock. Dwayne Johnson is The Rock. and I'd love to meet him one day. It's actually on my goal list to meet The Rock. I don't know why, but he's always been somebody that just seems like such a nice, down-to-earth person. Work for what you want, believe in your dreams, believe in yourself, support your family. We actually just watched his show, The Young Rock, last night. We've been watching that for a while. I also love all of his movies, like Jumanji's hilarious. We went to see Black Adam when that came out. There was, what was that other one called? In the Jungle something. Anyway, yes, I love The Rock, and I'd love to meet him one day. Okay, and then the last question is, who's your idol when it comes to working out? Number one, I'm gonna say my parents, because they taught me everything I know about working out. They instilled the drive and the habit of working out in me. So I think definitely my parents are number one. And then other people, Marcus Collius, he's a great idol for me. He's the owner of Magnum Nutraceuticals, and he's like an uncle, and he's really awesome. He's very knowledgeable about working out and fitness and living a healthy lifestyle and everything like that. And then there's a lot of people on social media that I look up to as well. I wouldn't say they're like idols, but they are definitely inspirations for me. That would be like Live Fit, Olivia Catania. I got to meet her in Hawaii, and I talk about her stuff all the time. She's got a podcast and a YouTube channel, and she's just very inspiring, and I really look up to her. And then I'm trying to think of other ones, like all of my fellow Magnum athletes, they're very inspiring as well. I don't know. There's other influencers, stuff like that, who are pretty inspiring, and I learn a lot from them. And that's probably what I would say. But number one would be my parents. All right, so that is today's Q&A episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit more about me. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe. And I will see you in my next YouTube video, which is going to be the week or just healthy salad ideas. And I hope that you enjoy that video as well. Have an awesome day. Bye.